Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Everything in my video was found on a public domain. Full disclaimers down below. Lots of love and many blessings your way. Okay, so they're so desperately trying to cram down our throats that Meghan and Harry were there in Miami. And that while there, they went on a double date, quote unquote, with J-Lo and A-Rod. This picture is meant to be proof that they were in Miami. All right, let me show you something real fast. If I find a picture that just doesn't look real, instead of going through the hassle to load it into the program that I have to see if it is in fact an overlay, Photoshop, whatever, I'll get super lazy and I'll just Google search the image. This image right here that is meant to be the proof that they were in Miami. I just right-clicked on it and Google searched the image. It bugs me because some of these things, they don't even try hard. Now here's the Google image search results. Now you're probably seeing this and wondering, why is it coming up that way? Wickedness or evil, the partial or total absence of light. Darkness, that was the result of my Google image search. Let me show you why. Because the picture that they've published to prove that they were in Miami was simply an overlay. The only thing that the Google image search can do is pick up the background of that picture. Does that make sense? In other words, they found a picture of the couple together, cut it out of the original picture, and plunked it down on this fabricated background. A complete digital creation. So Google can't even recognize the photographers and things in the background. All it can pick up is the hues, the tones, and the colors. And that right there, you guys, is the result of that particular Google image search. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Let me know if you have a different result. I would love to hear about it. So just to solidify the fact that yes, they were in Miami. They did terrible on their speech. They got paid $1 million. They just made an embarrassment of themselves. But they were there. They're telling us all about their double date with A-Rod and J-Lo. Going as far as saying that somebody overheard the conversation between all of them. Evidently, what was heard was A-Rod and J-Lo were inviting Nimrod and the hoe over to their house with baby figment of their imagination, Archie, for a picnic or a play date. Fabulous. You guys, it's still hard for me to believe they were even there. There's not one picture. There's nothing. They're working so hard to convince everybody they were there. So we're really supposed to believe that Meghan goes up to the podium, introduces Harry. Harry cries for 7 minutes, embarrasses and humiliates them. They stick their tail between their legs. Skipping out on dessert is what they said. And haul butts. After collecting that $1 million, of course. I'm finding all of this so bizarre and really hard to believe. A friend of mine asked me this morning when we were talking about this, do you believe that J-Lo and A-Rod would dispute it if it came out in the media? These people live a totally different life than the average. They're probably clueless as to what's going around regarding themselves, Harry and Meghan and Archie. And my second point to that is this. They all run together. They're all in the same nastiness together. They have gotten where they're at due to deception, lies, and not an honest path. They're certainly going to scratch each other's backs. Do I think that J-Lo and A-Rod would lie for them? Absolutely. And if you want to know who J-Lo is, did you miss the Super Bowl's big shindig? So there again, you guys, I contacted Habitat. That's the restaurant where they had their double date at, right? Young lady was so nice to me on the phone. She answers Habitat restaurant at one hotel. Who am I speaking with? I said, hello, my name is January Shine. That's my snazzy detective name. Don't tell nobody. She said, how can I help you, Miss Shine? I said, will you please answer me a question? If I can, I will, she said. I said, well, did J-Lo and A-Rod sit down with Harry and Meghan and have dinner there last week? And this is what she said. I can't answer that. I'm not allowed to say anything. I said, it's no problem, honey. I said, you said it all. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Nothing would thrill me more than to know that they made an ass out of themselves in front of all these JPMorganites. I think they're just working really hard on trying to build their brand. And by JPMorgan going along with this, or by J-Lo and A-Rod going along with this whole facade, it's really just building their brand. It's like a good friend of mine said the other night. It's all about marketing. They're lying. They're trying to put them somewhere they're not. They're trying to make it look like they're active in business, making money, and that's just not the case. Not in my opinion. In fact, I hate long videos, but I'm going to tell you really fast what was told to me just this morning. And while I talk, will you please study this picture? You tell me what's wrong with it. I thank you, Jay. I thank you so much, Natural Mystic. Sugar Bush Squirrel, I appreciate you so much. And my sweet friend Cat, you're the best. The reason why the Queen has asked for them, demanded all of them return by March 9th is because they're flunking at everything they're doing. They're hearing no's, no thank you, the door being shut in their face. They're not making the money they thought they would. Harry's under so much pressure and stress, it's not falling in Meghan's lap like she thought it would. They made a huge mess. And it seems to me like the royal family are here to bring them back, pick them up, put them back in their place, and move on with life as if it never happened. I'm curious to see what happens around March 9th. Will they say something like, we should have never left. Our place is here. We're back, y'all. And it's also been shared with me that they don't have the money that everybody thinks they do. And they're like living the high life. It takes big money to live a big life. Are they going to show up on the 9th of March and then receive $12 million for it? You guys, if that happens, I pray the UK taxpayers throw the biggest fit. We all know something bizarre is really happening here. But who in the world is going to use their dead mother as a narrative, as a hustle? It seems to be their baseline as to this mental health crap. He couldn't possibly love her. He would respect her memory and not use it as a source of income. So to cry in front of anybody that'll listen with $1 million check in their hand about what his mother's death did to him mentally, the aftermath and how he's cleaned it up using mental health services is such a low blow to who she was. It's despicable, pathetic, and low life. William was there too, Harry. William was there too. It's just garbage, you guys. It blows my mind. Lord, I can't wait to see what happens next. Now, really quick, because I care about each and every one of you. Trust me, I do. I'm sitting here myself in the bank parking lot, just finished spending 2.5 hours with them, trying to fix my entire bank account. And for some reason, something told me this morning, check your account, check your account. Thank God I did when I did. Okay, so check your bank statements and make sure you don't have multiple debits for things like United Way, I believe is one. I got personally hit by March of Dimes. March of Dimes, United Way, they're not affiliated with this scam. Those are just the titles of these bogus accounts that will attack your account and debit it multiple times. Like mine, for example, I was like, oh my God, I didn't donate that much. My circumstance, it was United Way, and it was like $5.29. So many times. And they started running that debit at like 3:30 this morning. And thank God I looked at it when I did. It was probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock. 107 debits, you guys, for $5.29. I share this with you guys because it's the latest thing. Please check your accounts. You don't want to be sitting in my position. All right, y'all. I've said enough. I hope you're having a blessed day today. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Y'all stay safe and be blessed.